Hi, everyone. Welcome back again to Spiritual Growth Tarot. I'm Denise. No astrology at this point, but I want to check in. I'm actually going to do a grand tableau using the Kipper because I want to check in and see how, if it's possible, that Trump actually escapes to Dubai. Because I had some, information that came through in meditation. So got to check it out. So anyway, let me swap out cameras here and let's see if that's actually going to happen, and if so, how will it go? Okay, hold on. Be right back. Okay, so I have read on this before, but not using the entire Grand Tableau. I think I used the deck of character along with the Kipper last time, but anyway, uh, that was in January, so maybe things have changed. I'm not sure, but if I can even shuffle this dang deck, it's so darn small. I know what I'm going to have to do is just put the cards out in a fan. Let me just get grounded. It takes so much just to set this whole thing up, so I have to relax into the question. So what is the truth? What are Trump's plans as he is, stewing in all the lawsuits coming down on him? What will he do? What are his plans, and what will be his actions, and what will be the consequence of those actions? Maybe I can't. No, I just can't. No. I can't. Let's do it this way. Bear with me. I'll put a timestamp in there. Oh, you know what? It's ridiculous for me to even say that because by the time you see this, I'll have already done it. It'll be in the title. Okay. One. Oops. Takes so much longer this way. These cards are so darn small. I mean, look, it's like, here's my finger. But it's the only way to use with this cloth. I did order another cloth from someone else that I'm really excited to get when it gets here. She's custom making it for me, but I won't be using this deck with it probably. Actually, I could. I just wouldn't. It won't have the room for all the extra cards, which there's only 3. Okay. All right, here we go. Ooh. So this is Trump, this in poverty. This is Melania offering to do anything to probably get out of the marriage, and there she is in the marriage house. Wow. Okay, let me just get these laid out real quick, and then we'll talk about it. That has to be, that is Fonnie. That's Fonnie Willis. Documents. Oh my goodness, that landed in a corner. Okay. Let me just get them laid out. Oh shoot, you know what else? Hold on, I need my glasses. That's better. Okay. Yeah, his attorneys that are loyal to him. Jack Smith has a gift for him. Oh, and there he is in the House of Child. So that's something new. He's looking at the past with really nothing to back him up. And there's Jack Smith's house, and Huh. Someone lying to him. Oh, gee, I wonder who that might be. Courthouse, lots of meetings, lots of, oh my goodness. Oh, teamwork. That would be teamwork. Okay. Teamwork between probably all the different courts. So, yeah, as he gets more and more helpless, there's a plan for a distraction. Okay, so I have to remember, and then here's his reputation. Tall buildings. I think I got this before, like something about a tall building. And also, I forgot to tell you guys that when I was shuffling before I even turned on the camera, I decided to open it up to, any country. It doesn't have to be Dubai. Look at that. Working on a plan that's developing, has been developing over time. And then again, his family as well that's been developing that. Oh, but here we go with his ability to actually get away. Well, this is his plan though. But his own self-sabotage. Wow, okay. So poverty of support. Poverty because secrets will be coming out. Bad health is his karma. I always get that card on. And then the distraction within his own community. Yeah, these are his plans. He's planning to distract by firing up his base. There's a little answer line there. With his mental health, which is so bad, but the secrets are going to keep coming out. So, okay, so let's, because the way the cards land in the houses make a big difference. This is so interesting to have the privileged lady land in the privileged lady house. Okay. I am going to start here because it's where he came through. Actually, okay, so the man-child, the man with a new plan, as he's looking towards the rules and regulations of political, we could say 14th Amendment, Section 3, we could say the other aspect of, like, he's not going to get away with things because of his willful blindness. He's not, you can't do that. He's going to use every trick he can. Notice what's hanging over him. We have the courthouse in the change house. So there's going to be a lot of changes coming in legally, a lot of discovery that comes in about, what he's done coming and going from Mar-a-Lago, and the documents case. We've got the documents case hanging over him. And his cheating and lying about the documents case, and especially when it comes to that server. This would be our card. The coffin card on one level would be the server. And in the wealthy man house, this would be, what's his name? Is it Tavares? The IT guy that said he would not, in the House of Message Concern, Tavares had said that he wouldn't delete the server, wouldn't delete the contents on the server at Mar-a-Lago for Trump. And Trump's looking at all of this as, so the end of support from wealthy people, wealthy donors, the end of wealthy men and women, but the painful loss because of the attorneys. This is often, the wealthy man is often my attorney card, and so he's not going to do well. His attorneys will not do well for him, and there's an inpouring. So he's looking towards an inpouring of a lot of risky behavior that comes out to be seen, and every subpoena that comes through to someone gives more and more to Jack Smith. Trump's looking right at Jack Smith. Jack Smith has a lot of gifts for him, But Trump's, look at that, the strategy card lined up in the house of strategy. Jack Smith's strategy is abundantly, look at all his people that he has working under him who are very loyal. And there's not anything that Trump can do about that. Because more and more discovery is going to come through. And then on one level, this is Jack Smith's vision and Jack Smith's reputation to get people who have been money laundering, trafficking, human trafficking, all of that. That's his thing. That's his reputation and honor. Because there's Jack Smith's line right here. Right, actually, from up here. Yeah. Wow. Okay, so Trump has a little bit of control over some money that comes in. He has a little bit of unexpected income, coming in. Some new money that comes in. And he's working on this plan to bring in a lot of money because he needs it to start a new life, of course, if he does try to, go away. But the card for him getting away is right here. And then the house as to whether or not he could get away, we have the despair card in that house, right? See how? So if we read these four cards together, or the houses, treat them as a card, again, a tall building in another country is this like business venture he thinks he's going to get away to, but it might not go as he plans because of this is his vision and this is his getaway. Excuse me. But it doesn't work. For some reason, it doesn't work. This is our card for self-sabotage. Major stress. It's like the Nine of Swords, but it doesn't just go away. It's not just one bad night. It is being tortured with worry and stress and somebody putting major demands upon you. And who would that be? The foreign person or the foreign land that he's trying to get away to, whether it's Dubai or anywhere in the UAE. We don't have extradition treaties with those countries, so there's that. And it could also be that it's his family and anyone in a close inner circle that he's been developing these plans with for a long time. Those cards indicate that here. And what happens is that they change their mind, or they don't want any part of helping him, maybe. Then again, you never know. I mean, with Jared, man. Yeah. Okay, so let's open up the reading here and see what's going on. So again, this is Trump running out of money, his poverty consciousness. As time goes by, ruh-roh, what do I do? Here, I'll do it from this side. I think I can handle this left-handed. And then here's in Melania's, house. This is her house. She's wanting to get away. This is a card of flipping when it comes to legal issues. There's a real possibility that she gives something up because she's worried about her future. This is a card of support, though, and help, or someone making an offer. But it's also the card that would represent her relationship with Baron, like what she would do for Baron, for her son. So I think maybe Melania, because she's backed up with this, makes an offer to him to maybe she offers to give him some money to just, end this whole thing and let it go. Because She's up here in a controlling position over the divorce card, and then the card of teamwork comes in the courthouse. So does she give up? I thought I read in one of the readings, I thought it came through that she gave up some information to help that FBI search. It wasn't a raid, it was a legal search and seizure. They had a warrant. But I thought I got that she had something to do with that. So there we go. Melania wants a divorce, is getting a divorce, or is ending the relationship somehow. And legally, it looks like, in some way. Or there's some important discovery that comes through because of their relationship. That's probably more likely what it is. But it could be both. Yeah, okay, so here she is up here, and she's knighting to this income, some money coming in, like the giving. Both of these cards are a little bit like flipper cards, And then she knights over here to another money card. There's only 4 money cards in the deck, and she's on top of 2 of them, connected. That's interesting. Wow, I didn't expect that. Okay, so, and then here he is. This is Trump, who's just, this is his mental illness card. This is his OCD, can't think of anything else. He's just stuck in a loop. He's very, very pessimistic, and especially about Melania. I think, these cards are terrible for the 2 of them. Yeah. He does have support. There's some mature man, there's some older man that's supportive to him, a strong bond. But then if we keep going, this mature female looks to me like this is Fonnie Willis that really gets to him. See, that's the thing, all these different states. Fonnie Willis is just one, and she's leading the way, but there are other states where that fake elector scheme was, used, and Michigan is one. There's going to be so many others that come out, and that's where he's really restricted and could be locked up over this, because you can't take away someone's right to vote, and that's what they were trying to do. That big scheme to change it all up, and it's all documented, right? Because it's in the House. Documents and proof, just the facts, right? Will be what creates that big change. And again, here's the documents card in the false person house. Well, so we're talking, who's lying, right? Well, we know who that is. And it's the DOJ and Jack Smith and all of their people working in those departments that will keep bringing through more and more discovery. And actually every trial that comes out will bring more and more discovery. And all of that is hanging down on him. The change card to want to leave the country is hanging over him. Where's here's his travel. Oh my goodness. His soul journey, but and I know you guys say he doesn't have a soul, but everyone does. His soul journey and his ability to travel and get away, those are this card and this card here. So his ability is extremely restricted. Interesting. Okay, let's do the 4 corners. So the house card is his clan, because I'm reading this pretty much just from his perspective, because that's what I was, wanting to know. That's what this is. He's restricted as to where he actually can go and get away safely and be safe. That's what that's about. Okay. He's feeling helpless as to his safety and to his real estate because, of course, his assets will be seized. And yeah, that's in another indication with this line right here, that vertical line. So this would be our J6 committee report, and all the conglomeration of trials in the community of people that want to put an end to his insanity. Those are the brackets to that corner. And then, of course, all of this up here is about he and Melania, and she's not involved in wanting to stay with him, I can tell. Over here in this corner, we have, like I said before, that I think I covered this because I was talking about him because he landed here, but it's just to repeat it, it has to do with the facts of the documents that back up all court cases, and those are hanging over him. And then he is like a child, a little man-child that just wants to escape with drugs and alcohol and any other self-medication, and he's stuck in that loop. Again, this despair card is hangovers, major problems, self-destruction, self-sabotage, and demands put upon him. So new demands will continue to be put upon him and all of those in his inner circle that have been developing the plans over time. So these two cards here relate to not just him, but everyone that was involved in the fake elector scheme and anyone who helped him steal documents. That's interesting because the documents is what is on Jack Smith's mind constantly, just the facts, right? Because it has to be provable. And he has a narrow focus. Whereas Fonnie Willis's is very, the mature female here, she'll restrict it down enough to get him because there's that. But then this is him as well with his plan to try and, because the strategy card is here, to try and restrict her. And it's not going to work because, Brian Kemp already said no, he's not going to take her off he's not going to do anything within the state of Georgia to stop her. So there's that. Okay, let's see, what else? I feel drawn to this line down here for now. This down here can be looked at as our answer line, so I'll look at that too, but I'm going to mirror some of these cards together. So with the clan, his family clan, Trump Incorporated, Trump crime family, they're going down. No more work, no more jobs, no more whatever. He can probably get his hands on some money by trying to sell some things, but it won't work. And he has given the keys to Mar-a-Lago to Don Jr., but I don't know how that's going to unfold when, IRS comes down. It's just not going to work. So he and his family are completely in despair, and then we have this soul journey right here that they're all going on. And he's already thrown Eric Trump under the bus with the SDNY, with the Letitia James trial. He's already, he came in and deposed, and right here, that's right here too. He came in and deposed and then threw his own son under the bus. So there's that. Okay, so back to this line. Yeah. He's been working on a plan. Yeah, he's been working on a plan for a long time, and he does have an inner circle of support. And here's his strategy, was to build this inner circle of support. I know I'm supposed to say it on here, but you're here and I need a knight, okay? And then but he's helpless as to whether or not he can pull that, that cheating, lying plan together, because if it's MBS or anyone like him, that's an enemy. He's not really, trustworthy at all. So he's helpless in that situation. Very helpless. Now, this is also, the expectation card is also a card of surveillance. So he could have people surveilling him in other countries for Jack Smith. And Jack Smith is up here on top, connecting, in a position of control, connecting to the surveillance card. So in the surveillance house, we have his whole entire crime family, or not surveillance, it is surveillance house. We have his whole crime family. In the crime family house, right here, we have the amount of money that he has amassed. And it looks to me like it's tied together with money laundering and human trafficking. Oh, I'm losing some light here. I have there, it's moving. It's a wonderful blustery day. I love it. It's beautiful outside. So let's see, what else with, let's go back down here, because there's a lot in this line. So his clan family, they're on, whoever's involved with him, they're on a soul journey. It's been developing over time. There's another man, the adjudication card has to do with people who have to go before, investigations and trials. The courthouse card is about the important discovery, but the adjudication card has to do with the people that are actually asking questions, so like the prosecutors. And so, the adjudication card is right here in the bad health. So that's what's going to take him down, is all these people being, so Rudy Giuliani, all these people being questioned on the stand. Wow. And that's going to develop even more over time. Yeah. And as every person throws him under the bus, his health will suffer. And here we have the bad health card in the karmic house. Yeah, I've always seen that as well. So if he lives to make it, I'm not sure that he can really get away. But his strategy, let me get back to, so I can't look to different houses because it's all right here. The strategy card is in the strategy house, and the strategy is to get out of Dodge, and maybe because he's building a building, maybe he has a building already. Maybe there's a Trump Tower in Dubai. I don't know. I'd have to look. I just know it's like Trump International. So anyway. So the movement strategy, moving home to a foreign country is a plan a working plan that has been developing over time. And then what knights to this card is this community in another country of thieves who will just take what he has. So even if he is successful and he gets away, he's going to be, it could be a distraction to help him get away. The only way I could think of it happening, because they would track his plane, so that's not going to happen. But he could get on a plane with some Saudis or have a private jet, someone, he could try and get the money together and pay someone. But he's being watched is the thing. Remember? His whole clan, his whole family, his whole everything is being watched in the house of surveillance. And the surveillance card here in the thievery house Yeah. It doesn't look to me like he would be successful, but he certainly does have the plan. It was weird. In meditation, I had this image of, yes, he was going, but then I saw all of a sudden this big, like, everything just went, it was like a big red flash, and then everything went black. And before that, I had all these bright colors and, information coming in. It was like a 3-hour meditation. I woke up in the middle of the night, couldn't go back to sleep, but wasn't stressed out. And I'm like, okay, I'll just lay here and meditate. And all these colors started coming in. And so I started asking questions about, what are you trying to tell me? And once I was sure it was my guides that were connecting, then what happened was a series of questions that led me to this reading. So it looks to me overall, I could spend a lot more time mirroring all these cards together. Maybe I will with this one, but so far it looks to me like overall he absolutely has the plan, and this is consistent with what I got before. But I think that there's some painful loss that comes through. So his freedom, if we could call it that, is restricted. And also, for him to successfully get away, his 2 Secret Service agents would have to let him get away. And you know what type of, he'd have to slip away from them, and I don't know that they would allow that, because they would have hell to pay for that. They would lose everything, I would think. But you never know. So maybe he gets away on a plane and then the plane goes down, or there's something, I don't know. There's some big, because I saw that big red flash and everything went black. And when I meditate, things are not black, believe me. But then that's when I stopped and went, okay, I'm just going to have to do a reading on it. So, okay, let's go ahead and do this. Let's look at this one here. So with the community in the coffin house, painful loss of community support, his ability to grift, and his income that comes in is small. So these 2 cards definitely go together well. To have a lot of fortune in the house, real estate, that's good for him. And to have occupation in the good fortune house, that's good for him. But to have a karmic situation going on in the family room house, and the distant horizons card in the high honor, this all spells out that Jack Smith is going to prove, because of this line here, I can tell, Jack Smith will prove that he has received foreign money into his campaigns. And that is the thing that is the biggest problem for him. The false person in the Jack Smith house or in the political house. So that these 2 cards here, we can take, in this situation, let's take Jack Smith out of the picture and call this, this would be our military, this would be all regulations, rules and regulations, and people who are responsible. So this could be his, false person in the, this would be his Secret Service agents. Wow, and then, interesting. Karmic, and then cheating and lying. He's planning. He is planning. Trump is actually planning to get them to cheat for him and let him go. I can tell that right there. And that discovery will come out as being that's the teamwork. And then these 2 coming together, I think his Secret Service agents are being surveilled. Because they don't Jack Smith is surveilling everything he does. Ooh, of course. How else, right? And no wonder it's taking so dang long. Of course, you know, to get the court set, because he has to go through a trial. That's the problem here. Well, it's not the problem. It's the way it is. Trials take forever just to get them going, and then to get through them. I mean, just look at how long it took with George Floyd, or Derek Chauvin, I should say, and look how long it's taken with so many others. And then when it's a president, it's even worse. Okay, this row here, so Trump, on this soul journey, on this movement to try and bring in some money. That's what he's always doing. And then his, if I don't read this as Jack Smith, this would be his Secret Service agents who are loyal to him, and he's trying to pay them off, right? Trying to give them lots of money if they'll take the risk, okay? And that's his strategy here. And there's a younger, there's a woman involved too. Interesting. But there's a painful loss to support, and attorneys, painful loss, his attorneys won't do well for him. And I said that before, but marrying these together, he does have some loyalty though. He has tremendous loyalty with those attorneys because they want to be paid, but they won't be paid. And the main thing is with this risk of, they're risking that there's a payoff for them. And ruh-roh, that won't happen. It's going to be sad news because, again, let's just go back to the facts. There will be seizures. There will be assets, seizures, all of that. Melania here. See Melania getting out of Dodge. Trump is really, really worried about being locked up. As the months go by, it's going to be even worse. He's talking like it's a big thing, or like he's a big deal, and it's not a big thing to him, but it actually is. He actually is worried and stressed out, to the point that it's because of his karma. Imagine the karma from past lifetimes, like Mussolini and who knows what before, maybe Caligula way back. But imagine all of that in your body, in your soul body, in your body, right? Like that's in his DNA, and that has to get him down. Him being the thief. And secrets coming out in his poverty consciousness. I don't know that anybody can support him. Maybe something will come out about Jenny Thomas, because I've always seen bad health for her and mostly Clarence. So, yeah. Okay. Is there anything else before I close this up? No, I think that's pretty much it. I think we pretty much covered it all. So I guess in summary, I just have to say that he's definitely going to try, but I don't see him getting away with it. So, yeah. So I think I probably won't read on this again because unless someone asks me to and they have a specific question around it. But because this is the third one, or the third, it's the second reading, but using the other one, I used a deck of character and the Kipper, but I never did a grand tableau. So, okay, well, I'm going to get this uploaded and wish you a wonderful, wonderful holiday. Bye.